everybody. I know we're just new to starting off doing this podcast, and I'm really excited to be interviewing this office here with Dr. Erin and the whole Spaulding group. Going to Dr. Erin specifically for years, and so I'm just really happy to highlight her business. I'm going to be highlighting her husband, Chris. I know you kind of talked a little bit, gave me a little backstory real quick on how you got into this. But
personal training, I grew up playing basketball my whole life, so it begins with sports. So, when you get in high school, I had multiple injuries. So I had different physical therapy assistants that I worked with because I was going to physical therapy to recover from injuries. So I kind of like the recovery aspect of injuries. I got a scholarship to play basketball. So when I went to that school, I tried to get something closely related to that because I enjoyed that. So tried to find a way to be involved in sports still yet and exercise and the rehab phase. And at the time, thinking that stuff, I didn't know that my wife was going to be a chiropractor too. So the option at my school was exercise and sports science. That is kind of a gist of a little bit of everything that I was into. And I'm always around, then I'm still around sports in my classes at the same time while I'm playing basketball. So.
Oh, okay. So, do you I know you mentioned about who you have done. Have you done any anybody big? You kind of hinted at that, so I'm just asking any big sports people in the county, or I'm just curious because you had mentioned it, or somewhere else. Somewhere else.
Yeah, just certain high school athletes that
Oh, okay.
a few that I went to play college basketball, and but also I enjoy. I didn't realize that I would enjoy the whole aspect as much as opposed to just being with athletes all the time. So I enjoy helping others reach their goals, whatever their goals are. So.
Okay, and so you just kind of like the rehabilitation side, kind of in a sense.
Well, just seeing improvement, whatever their goals are. So if it's just general fitness, it's nice to see that someone can improve from week to week.
Okay.
But if it is an injury, that's better to get someone out of pain also.
Other question, because I know the whole main point of this is to kind of talk about social media and the impact it has on our culture and our world. I mean, honestly, I think in today's world, it's become so ingrained, especially I think after COVID. TikTok, I think, especially transformed the gym world in a lot of aspects because people couldn't go to the gym anymore, so they started working out at home. And so, what's your take on all of that?
Well, I like the personal one-on-one relationship, so it's hard for me to get used to trying to move to that. And I think there's always going to be, a large amount of people that want to see someone face to face, but I have to work on myself trying to grow in that aspect of life too, because probably a little nervous with the camera and stuff myself. So, but if it helps someone, I got to try and get to that.
I think that's important. I think there's a lot of people I think on YouTube and TikTok and just in general that I see, and they kind of crack me up because they just. I think the main point, maybe you'll agree with this. I think with helping people is kind of the goal where people want social media to go. So I'm kind of excited to hear other people view it that way because that's what I want it to be. I want it to be something that help to educate and do fitness, and I just think telling people what to do and not necessarily showing them as an aspect that I think could be interesting in the fitness world.
Yeah, I do like if I'm out of town, I like to create a workout plan for someone to try and do themselves. But the aspect of just being on camera with them at the same time, I haven't got to that stage yet.
Okay, so sometimes you make fitness plans for people to take with them. That's interesting.
Yeah, like if I'm on vacation and stuff, so they still get a workout in.
Okay, that's interesting. I know sometimes when you're on vacation, it's hard to get a lot of equipment. So do you find that's something your clients deal with? How do you help them deal with that?
Everyone's different, but the majority of my clients, I start on the TRX, which is your body weight workouts.
Okay.
And that's before we had my own space. That's how I would train people. Is like meeting at a playground anyway, so you can work out anywhere with that. So.
I think the whole body workout is becoming more popular. Have you heard of the tribal movements and stuff? What do you think about that?
You always want to mix up your workout, so you go from a body weight workout and maybe a recovery week, which is more just body weight stuff, but sometimes the individual gets more sore from that. So you always want to mix in a variety, and it can't a TRX can be harder for someone because it's more functional that you have to use more core muscles at the same time too. So someone that might be strong lifting weights might not be able to do as well on a TRX. So you got to look at each client to see how to improve their fitness in all aspects.
Is that the ones that have the hooks that you use?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like straps, so you can hook to a tree or to your door in the house, but you're using your body weight like completely as in a row or a push-up position, which is a whole lot more resistance than just bands, though, like that you can take everywhere. Your body's heavier than resistance bands. I have clients that aren't strong enough too, that are older, that need to build up with that. But
yeah, no, I think the bands were really cool when they came out. That was something I've never really done very much of them, but I thought they were really cool. It was interesting though with the TikTok is he did only body weight training only, and he was able to bench press more than the counterpart that only lifted weights. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
It was and maybe you could talk about as to why.
Because he's very strong from the body weight calisthenics, but also he could be stronger too if he mixed it up and worked in that thing too. But it is pretty interesting. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Yeah.
you can definitely get strength from both aspects. That's why you always want to have like a different tool, as you would say. With like in my studio, I have as many things as you can think of to mix up a workout.
What would you recommend for like a quick 20-minute workout? Like what would you put together?
Well, short on time, actually, what I was speaking of is for someone like at their house or even if they're at a playground with their kids, the TRX is a great tool because you can just do one exercise per body part. And if you do the right form and actually work hard, you can be finished in 20 to 30 minutes with a good workout, like 3 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you're doing total body workouts, you don't want to go every single day. So that would be like an every other day thing.
Do you think total body workout is better and then like kind of varying like you said, or if somebody that did a whole week of like weightlifting with let's say like a 20-minute up incline walking combo?
From your question, I think it's better for someone who doesn't have a lot of time.
Okay.
Because it's easier to organize to fit in. You think you want to start with your larger muscle groups first, so you're going chest, back, legs, shoulder, biceps, triceps, and just thinking that fast, you've got every body part in. As opposed to trying to find time to go do a specific body part every day for like 20 or 30 minutes. With someone short on time, you're just thinking like either Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Okay.
And if you have a good workout, just 2 days is fine too when you're doing. If you have 45 minutes to work hard on the total body, 2 days is sufficient for someone who doesn't have enough time. And then the cardio aspect, walking is a lot more beneficial than people think. You can just find time to walk even in your everyday life. Just take the stairs as opposed to the elevator, or park farther away at a grocery store and stuff.
Okay, yeah, no, I think it's really important. I think we underestimate walking. I think during COVID, it kind of became trendy to hike and to walk, and I don't know, did you kind of see that trend to become like a thing during COVID?
Yeah, we met up with some people because it was like the only place we were allowed to do it.
I know some of the gyms, I don't know if here in Sanford they stayed open, but some of them stayed open in Ocala.
There was a certain amount of time that we had to stop, but my wife got to work because she is a medical professional, but it was hard for me to say, that my clients said I couldn't, but most of them was, at the time, everyone didn't know what to do. So, so I had to take, 2 to 3 months off at least with clients. And I would check in and try and see if they were doing stuff like I told you with that. And I could meet with some to draw up a plan, but some people have to have someone in their face. Not that I'm like a boot camp person. It's just I talk calm like normal with clients, and that's all they need. Every day is a new day to change your lifestyle. So if someone did have a setback, you just got to start from the foundation back up to get back. Actually, try and seek someone who knows how to show you a great workout plan, and then you can. Every day is a new day to improve your lifestyle.
The other question that I would have for you is, if somebody's like looking to get into the industry, what would you tell them?
It's a great career, but like, I suppose if you're asking me, like my son, I would. You don't really have to have a bachelor's degree like I did. I went there because for sports really, but it helped a lot because I had very specific classes on everything. But if someone really wants to be a personal trainer, you can focus for like a year and take the top certifications, and you can do a lot of studies yourself with that. And then there's a way to see if you like it before you might want to advance like I did, having a degree with exercise and sports science, and then you can have a master's in exercise physiology. You can grow from there, but you can always start with a certification.
I think more people are going to go towards the tech degree.
Do you?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to say anything.
No.
I love my job, but also There's a lot of degrees that aren't really going anywhere. We have 5 kids, so I'm just looking at that aspect.
Yeah.
So with us having 5 kids, like personal training is like, that's why I love my career, is because I have the flexibility to make my own schedule. So we split every day, where like I'm early mornings or evenings with clients and scheduled that way. That way we're with the kids all the time. So we're like a 15-minute gap that we sometimes less. Like we're pulling in and pulling out. Because a lot of people think that we like work together all the time, but we're always back and forth. We tried that. It was too crazy having the kids here together at the same time. We built the office with that in mind, to have a play area, but
I know, I saw that.
still too loud.
I was like, what was this before?
This side was a orthopedic like shoe
Okay.
area, and it was a surgeon on the other side. So at the time when clients wasn't allowed to train, I was working on renovating this office during the pandemic. So
Okay.
it's not like I was in that middle space, so like, what, I'm not doing anything. So I was actually really busy. So,
Oh, no.
but I know a lot of people experience where there was very different, that they were stuck in the house and couldn't go at all. So
Like a lot of people, I think, because of social media, that like want to own their own business. I think entrepreneurship is on the rise. If you were going to give some tips to somebody young that's looking to start their own personal training,
well, on every aspect would probably be different, because
True.
actually, how I was saying, the degree isn't important. It actually was pressed together because of my wife's degree at the same time, to go on to chiropractic college, and to have our, our businesses meshed together. That was very important, was the school aspect. But if someone wanted a personal training studio on their own, um, there's easy ways to start. Like you can get a small area, like my last place was like a 20 by 20. So you don't need a big space. If you can just rent out like a small area, or people can use their own garage. People do that a lot. Is a good way to start a business with clients. Still want to have the insurance on your own property like that, but there's ways to start. How I was saying, like to build up to see if you enjoy it, and then you just grow from there. Like I started at playgrounds, and then I guess their apartment had a gym that I would have people at the same time, and then I moved up like a 20 by 20, and now I have well, this whole side is like 1,500 square feet, but the fitness is probably like 800 square feet. Still all you need. And I still have aspirations, but I'm happy and very content with all we have. But I would love to have like a whole gym that has like basketball all together with it in the future, because there's nothing in the area that has like a run and shoot, which is 4 courts all together, gym connected to it. So that would be like a dream for the future. So you always want to keep thinking of ways to grow, but also we're very happy and grateful for what we have.
you guys definitely show that. I think you guys both just seem very thankful to be where you're at. But I know personally for you, I know you're talking about dreams. So like, what's the goal?
Or looking to find more family time. So
Okay.
we're trying to grow the business enough that we can like take some time off throughout the year to have someone manage and trust people like that. But when we have great employees for that, we still need to grow to be to that point. We've had aspirations to take a year off to travel the country,
Okay.
and like in either an RV camper. We're looking at a school bus too, actually, to try and renovate. But now we've been talking about that, so it could change year to year. We wanted to start when our oldest is 14, so we
Okay.
want him to help drive. So that's a few years away, but we've been talking about it for 5 to 10 years as a plan. So now we're just praying about if we should do a whole year, or maybe do 4 years of like 3 months would be a goal too, because it still add up the same thing to travel the country. And that's like a minimum, possibly 2 years to start that. So
Yeah.
how we're talking about stuff in the beginning that it's hard for me to move to. I have to learn some, to have my clients doing stuff while I'm gone.
What are some things you think you'll do with that?
Well, I definitely will start up plans, and then I could do a plan and then just do a video of a workout, as opposed to like doing a video call every workout.
Okay.
Once a week or once a month would be a goal with clients to maintain at definitely a discounted price, because it's not one-on-one the whole time. So
Yeah, no.
that would be a way to move to that, and then we would have to probably hire a trainer to cover the people that wants to be here completely the whole time. Other things I've thought about too that I haven't did, because it's completely private for training, so just one-on-one clients, and my workouts myself and family. Um, but I could open up the gym during business hours for those people that have uh, that are write up plans for, so they could come in and use my equipment the way I show them and everything. That's an option that I'm looking at too.
Like having a gym membership.
Yeah,
Type
because
thing.
the privacy, like when I'm here mornings and evenings, I could write up a plan for people coming in during
Okay.
adjustments to work out by themselves. And I have a camera in there too, but so I mean, there's a way that I could kind of look back and see if the form was bad too. You want to have great form and kind of slow, like on an exercise, you want to go like on the 2 second on like a push. So on a press, you want to go 2 seconds up, and the negative, which is the eccentric, you want to go like 4 seconds, as opposed to sometimes when you get into speed, like which it is a competition. So like if someone's trying to do so many push-ups, you're going like as fast as you can, which is not even a second. There's just more risk for injury. Not
Okay.
that it's completely bad, but also when you go slower on a negative on any workout, your muscles being worked more.
I think this went really well. I hope
Thank you.
And I do appreciate you letting me interview